Greetings and salutations. Welcome to LoveCast 131. Wow. 131. Hello, Susan Kuhn, Kathy B, Angelica, Diana Nicole, David Benjamin. Greetings and permutations. Yes, David and all of David's variations. Hello, sir. Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Kathy B. Gluten abend. All right. Hey, Dave Hill and Kelsey Blaine Gibson. All right. Gonna start with an original tonight. This is something I wrote a few years ago. This is The Martyrdom of Saint Me. I had a nun, or the nun had me. One thing for sure, the same I'll never be. Her habit is black as the hair on her lip. Wrinkle it down to her fingertips. She had me stay one day after class. A woman of God shouldn't move that fast. Latin conjugation was admittedly weak. She said, come here, boy, I'm gonna inherit the meek. In nomine Patre Fili, e Spiritu Sancti. In nomine Patre Fili, e Spiritu Sancti. Sister Ignatius, the bleeding eyes, first made me kiss her pasty thighs. Then after some unspeakable deed, she made me look where she keeps her rosary beads. In nomine Patre Fili, Spiritu Sancti. In nomine Patre Fili, Spiritu Sancti. My folks don't get why I don't mass no more. When I hear Latin, I run for the door. A whole straight Lent, the abuse never ceased. Thank Mother Mary, I can trust the priest. In nomine Patre Fili, Spiritu Sancti. In nomine Patre Fili, Spiritu Sancti. Amen. Deep Sky Dude, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. How is the world of astronomy? How is the sky of astronomy? Yeah, man. If you don't know him, check out Deep Sky. Thanks for looking up. Check out Deep Sky Dude on Facebook. And is that where you're doing most of your live casts from these days, sir? It was last I was aware. But you should also check out his music on Spotify. Live stuff is TikTok. All right. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Good to see you. All right. So, I have some friends that were telling me about a Hawaii trip where they found themselves out under the very open night sky on top of a huge volcano just as a meteor shower is peaking and somebody comes rolling up in a big car and almost in time with the astronomy starts playing Pink Floyd. So you think you can take heaven from hell, blue skies from pale? Can you tell them green fields from a cold steel ray? Smile from veil. Do you think you can tell? Didn't get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange walk on upon the wall for lead go in the cage? Just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Every find the same old beats you hear. Steve Boardman, how you doing, man? I see my mom is in. Thank you very much for posting about the show on Instagram, Miss Diane Nicole. Always appreciated. Barbara Boardman, hello. Yeah. So, I'd call that good stargazing music. Thank you, Nick Davila. How you doing, man? All right. Oh, Miss Charity Swanson, I just booked a new audio book. I guess that's the correct terminology that I bet you in particular would like, Miss Charity. So, yeah, message me. I'll have to tell you all about that. Moving right. Oh wait, who's in Vegas? Melissa Catano. Oh, okay, going to Vegas tomorrow. Lawyers are important. Okay, I have no context for that. So that could be a really fun trip, or that could be a. Why are you going to? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, not a fun trip. All right, gotcha. Hey, Paul Carganilla, how you doing, man? Hey, yeah, miss you too, brother. Miss you too. I was really glad I got to be part of your play reading at the beginning of the month. That's, yeah, good script. So, yeah, I was just thinking we should do a Sticks and Stones. We haven't done a Sticks and Stones in quite a while. I have been so fortunately busy that I'm now literally working on multiple audiobooks at once, i.e., like I'm recording one earlier in the day and recording a second one later in the day. And kind of going on back and forth like that. It's damn, I'm feeling great to be so busy. It is going it's going extremely well. So here is, without further ado, here's an Allman Brothers song. I just love this one. Trying to make a living, doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand. I was born and raised in bed. My father was a gambler down in Georgia. Wound up on the wrong end of guns. I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. Lord, I was born rambling man, trying to make a living, doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand. I was born and raised in bed. I'm on my way to New Orleans this morning. Leaving out of Nashville, Tennessee. They always have a good time down on the bayou, oh Lord. Delta women think the world of me. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Trying to make a living, doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, hope you'll understand. I was born a rambling man. Lord, 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 I was born a rambling man. 1973. Okay, got an interesting but interesting non sequitur of a question for you. In particular, because my buddy Will is here in the chat. How many of you out there in the chat land have heard of the Fermi Paradox? This guy was one of my favorite physicists when I was in school, and I don't think I'd actually heard of this when he was already one of my favorite physicists. Basically, the Fermi Paradox comes down to, if the universe is capable of producing intelligent civilizations, as it clearly is, here we are, where is everybody else? Now, he didn't think of it as a paradox at the time that he said it, by the way. I think so. Fermi, his mind on the matter was, this is just a simple matter of space is so huge in actual distance and so huge in terms of time. If there were two civilizations that happened to have come and gone on top of each other but were separated by 500 million years, they would never know the other was there, for example. So it's like 4 dimensions of unlikelihood. That was kind of where Fermi, put his cash as far as the answer to that goes. So again, he didn't think of it as a paradox at all. It was just kind of a lostness to the vast space and time. There are a lot of other possible answers. There are a lot of other possible hypotheses, would be the proper term, because these would also be falsifiable. Now, if any of them are ever falsified within our lifetime, that would be thrilling. But Arthur C. Clarke said there are 2 possibilities going on here. One is that we are totally alone in the universe. The other possibility is that we are not. Both are equally terrifying. So, my question to you in the chat, what do you think is either likely, or what is your favorite explanation for the Fermi Paradox? And And David, hypothetical great filters are definitely like every single one of those that you could possibly list is on its own plausibly an answer to the Fermi paradox. So the great filter is not the only answer, but funny enough, there are a lot of possible great filters that might be your answer. What's your favorite great filter? Some like to say, of course, you know, there are the hidden alien folks out there who are like, oh, no, they're here all the time, and it's a government conspiracy. My cousin Cletus was abducted 3 times in the last decade. They are really into anal probes. That would also be like a possible solution to the Fermi paradox. Your answers don't necessarily have to be ones that anyone else would take seriously, but they should be falsifiable. That is to say, if they are wrong, there should be some reason that we could see. Curious. And you know, Will, I haven't actually seen Fire in the Sky, so I'm not sure. Can't weigh in on this. I was always a little bit lost on the X-Files as a series because the tagline is "I want to believe," right? I don't want to just believe, because believing just like in that context, I want to understand. If I merely believe, I could be very wrong and just completely diluting myself and disenfranchising myself as to what the actual answer is. And so, David, Fermi's take on it is probably the most likely of all of the answers that you could come up with. But, you know, it's kind of also like the least fun and the least imaginative. Now, I don't want to... I usually go for the most likely here, but in this case, this is also just kind of an imagination exercise. But you have to filter out that which is impossible because of physical law. Nick Davila, there may be no ability to contact us or them. Yes, absolutely. Completely like non-overlapping communication structures, whatever that is. 2, there may be many, but their existence is staggered. So contact is impossible. Okay, yeah, so 2 is sounds to me like a comment on the depth of deep time. In this case, galactic time. This is just time in our own galaxy. David says again, I think the chances of no other life or civilization existing, or did exist, or will in the future, are realistically 0 because space and time are so huge. David, I just generally agree with you in a likelihood perspective of that, yes. Okay, Amanda, I think that might be about wanting to be open-minded enough to be able to believe. I got it. Carl Sagan, however, similarly said, keep an open mind, but not so open that your brain falls out. Like at the same time, falsifiability, that's extremely important. How would you know if X is not true? I think one of the reasons I find this question compelling is because it has that filter built in. How you doing, Zach White? You've joined us just in time for a conversation on deep cosmology, which is going to be interrupted by a Beatles song. Desmond has a barrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in the band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And then Molly says and takes him by the hand. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. Why was it not Across the Universe? Because I hadn't picked my set list. That was completely and totally impromptu. Desmond takes a trolley to the jeweler's store, buys a 20-carat golden ring, takes it back to Molly waiting at the door, and as he gives it to her, she begins to sing. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. In a couple of years, they have built their own sweet home, with a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Jones. Ha ha ha, happy ever after in the marketplace. Desmond lets the children lend a hand. Molly stays at home and does a pretty face, and in the evening she's just singing with the band. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. In a couple of years, they have built their own sweet home, with a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Jones. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Molly lets the children lend a hand. Desmond stays at home, does his pretty face, and in the evening he's a singer with the band. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. Ho-blah-dee, ho-blah-da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. If you want some fun, sing ho-blah-dee-blah-da. Yeah. I don't think I've ever played that song before today, honestly. I just got a wild hair, as they say. Busted that out. So, Amanda, that's why it wasn't Across the Universe. Because I said it incorrectly a little while ago, that I did plan out my set list. I did not plan out the, intra song messages and communications. That's the part, yeah. And that was more inspired by the fact that we have an astronomy. Jesus. We have an astronomer in our midst. Will, do you know the poem by Walt Whitman? Thus spake the learned astronomer. I bet you do. I would be surprised if you didn't, actually. Excellent poem that they actually referenced quite directly in Breaking Bad. Okay, but you know what? Yeah. Oh, okay. As long as there are no Houston astronomers here, we're good. Zach White is an avid Texan baseball fan, and it blows my mind that Texas is so huge that Zach and Will both have like Texan teams that they are for and Texan teams that they are against. I infer. I don't know, man. Y'all get tribal in the chat about baseball teams, and I'll just play the next song because I can't. Yeah, go sports ball. That's all I got. Thank you, Amanda. Texas Rangers. Is that it? Or that must be the Texas Rangers, right? I am completely out of my depth. I once upon a time signed to an agent who we went in, we did like an initial interview, and I just did a bunch of character voices, and he's, wow, this guy's versatile, he could do anything, and it's wow, and he's physical, and the first thing that he sends me out on is an improvised based audition around Major League Football. And I'm like, wait, dude, I didn't say I know a damn thing about football. And he says, well, you've seen a game, right? You can fake it. And I said, I've seen a game because I was the center snare and the drum line. I saw a lot of halftime shows, but I couldn't tell you what's going on in a game unless I'm looking directly at the scoreboard. Yeah, the home team now has 12, but the visitors team is sportsing harder. For some reason, they just bumped up from 8 points to 10 points, and there's somebody doing something a little unusual in front of a bunch of flags, and now they just got another 4 points, I think, but there's a penalty if the numbers are changing now. Dude, I can't improv my way through this. There's your first problem. It's not Major League Football. Thank you, David. Yeah, that's exactly what I had to tell this new agent. Like, dude, I'm maybe I'm athletic. I'm not into athletics. I'm not like into sports, man. I am not going to be able to do this person. Send me out to improv about like obscure Irish poetry and I've got a prayer. Send me out to like look like I know what I'm talking about football, and I won't. All right. I'm sorry. I did not mean to did not mean to disillusion that guy, but oh yeah, he never actually sent me out on any decent auditions, maybe after that one. Oh God, it was, yeah. It's just terrible. All right. Okay, Steve. Right. And oh, I said something about Irish poetry. Here's a song from an Irish musician, Van Morrison. Hey, when we go, days and rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, skipping and jumping in the mist of morning, boy, with our hearts thumping in you, brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. So whatever happened, Tuesdays are so slow. Going down to the old mine with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight levee, hiding behind rainbow's wall, sleeping in a slide all along waterfall with you, brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember where we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, la-da-da. So hard to find my own way. Now I'm all on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, you hadn't grown. Guess my memory back then low. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love the green grass behind the stadium with you, brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember where we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, la-da-da. Thank you, Mr. Van Morrison. So, good. I just see a glance of a great point from David Benjamin. So one thing really blows my mind. Voyager won't hit the inside of the Oort cloud for another 300 years. And it could be 30,000 before it comes out the other side. Space is fucking big. Yeah, it is. For those of you that are not familiar, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were probes that NASA sent up in 1976 and 1977, perpendicular to each other. That's important for astronomy. So they sent one, like if you were going to put this on a 2D map, it's like sending one north and sending another east. And these are the probes that had the golden records on them. The golden records are the things that Carl Sagan and Andrewian got together and put Chinese opera and whale songs and the sound of a human synapse firing, which was actually the sound from Anne's brain as she was thinking about Carl while they were falling in love. And David, now you're just like fucking with me with that many L's and D's. That's not LSD, that's LOLDSD. I don't know what that means. Yeah, he said probe. Guess what, Will? There's a probe on its way to Uranus. Yeah, and David also chimed in, and that's not even halfway to Proxima Centauri. Yeah, it's not even, it's Proxima Centauri is the nearest star to our sun, and it's, what, as I recall just off the top of my head, about 4.5 light years away. So the Voyager probes are not moving anywhere close to the speed of light, so they are not going to get even close to halfway in, another 4.5 years. Yeah, Mom, they got a microphone in her head, I suppose. Okay, got it. That probe fell in. Oh, and Melissa Catano is thinking DS9, not DSD. All right. It's Deep Sky Dude is DSD. DS9 is a fictional space station in the Star Trek world. All right. Please, everyone, let's define our terms. Keep the chat a civil place of subtle peer review. Man. Oh. And this is kind of a sideways neat thing. I got... It's kind of a funny way to phrase it. I wasn't like hired as a science consultant, but there is money in it for me to help with the writing of a science fiction book. And my task in this science fiction piece is to design a fictitious virus that basically, yeah, Tech Advisor, how it's going to have come about and how specifically it will affect the human brain. And then, just as kind of a fun detail that they did not ask for, I will also hypothesize on how it will affect other mammal brains in a way that the protagonists did not think of. And then, the authors and editors can decide if they're going to use that or not. Yeah. So, man, I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty damn good about life right now. That's neat. That's really damn neat. And, doing multiple audiobooks concurrently and still doing a LoveCast with all you lovely people on Thursday nights. Yeah. If anybody is into indoor rock climbing, I unfroze my membership for Touchstone Gyms just last week, and I'm going to be climbing a bunch at Cliffs of Id, is my local LA gym, and so I went last night, and the climbing partner that I was waiting for was like 45 minutes. And while I'm literally waiting for him, I ran into this constant stream of acro people, beach people, and Burning Man campmates, like one every 5 minutes, just kind of randomly. Somebody else walked in the door or came up and gave me a wonderful hug. It's, it's neat. Amanda, we can revisit that conversation. So, yeah, if you've, I don't know, if you want to try some climbing sometime, yeah, hit me up. Cliffs of Id is, I think, $30 for a day pass. That's the gym that I'm going to on a regular basis. That was the gym I belonged to pre-pandemic, and had my membership frozen for like 3 years until last week. All right. If I can climb the small rocks. Yeah, I used to be a climbing instructor. There we go. I was a climbing instructor for about 6.5 years. And feels like another lifetime ago, but man, it's even more of a lifetime ago than, like LoveCast 1 and 2. Oh, cool. Paul and Jamie going to go snowboarding in Big Bear next weekend. All right. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I haven't been this season yet. You make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am born again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am clean again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always I will always love you. Thank you, Steve. Yeah. Okay, David. Odd that he's playing The Cure if he's supposed to be inventing a virus. Inventing a virus implies that that virus then invents a disease. I bet the absolute vast majority of viruses out there in biology would not induce a disease in any sort of human biome. Putting that out there. Those two things are not synonymous. I only point that out because I think David would appreciate the point. Same thing as like, you kill a bacteria. That's not quite the same as curing the disease necessarily. Usually that's exactly how we go about it because a bacteria is usually the proximal cause. But in my case of the virus that I am conceptually designing for this science fiction story, it is not going to be the proximal cause of a disease. Although, I suppose I could throw that in as a twist ending. They wanted it to do one thing, and it did another. All right, so I think I'll do a couple songs with my digital accompanist. Yeah. And this will involve turning and focusing the camera. Not that way. Remember when we were all up in Big Bear together and I had that stuff dialed in with a rotation of a table? Wasn't that cool? Alright. Here's one I haven't done for a long time. Your own personal Jesus, someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus, someone to hear your prayers, someone who's there. Feeling alone and you're all alone, flesh and bone by the telephone. Lift up the receiver and make you a believer. Take second best, put me to the test. Things in your chest that you need to confess. I was live, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who's there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone. Flesh and bone by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. I want to let you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith. 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 Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining us for LoveCast 131. I would like to take the last minute and a half or so to thank the folks that threw into the virtual tip jar last week and financially supported LoveCast 130. Those folks were Emily Thatcher, Ed and Susie Marsh. Gotta wave at Susie. Hi. Miss Charity Swanson, who will be tuning in for the replay of the second half of tonight's show. Ned Clark and Benny Shoyan, who I think are in Mexico right now. And one anonymous donor. Thank you all for keeping the strings vibrating, the harmonicas buzzing, and the lights on. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you next week. We'll do LoveCast 132 right here Thursday night at 8 p.m.